God's keeping Matthew down another year.
Yes.
It's been a year this month. We had him some cake and stuff yesterday, and he came in and his face just lit up when he saw us, JR. And I just thank God that he's kept my boy another year.
Yeah.
Because he could have been just where Angie is.
Yeah.
But God is merciful and he kept him. And I was thinking as Larry was talking about the soldiers in this army of the Lord, in the natural, when you join, there's ranks.
Yes.
And you go from one to another. And I want to watch how I handle the young people, because I can handle Matthew in the wrong way and push him back to the drugs.
Right.
If we handle these young ones in the wrong way,
Right.
I don't want to do that. I want to be long suffering, like Larry said. The Bible said that's one of the fruit. We got to be long suffering with these young people, because that is not their final chapter. I went through a chapter in my life, and I thought I was like that book they read about. Pastor told us about this woman was tied up to the railroad, and they said she was screaming, and that man said he read the middle of the book, and he said he went to bed that night, and he said, I got to get up and read the end of it to see what happened to this woman. But at the end of it, she wasn't tied up. She was happily married with kids, and she wasn't in the middle of that railroad. So that what chapter we're at in their life, JR, is not our final chapter. God is using us where we're at, and we need to learn to be still and let God use us where we're at, and help these young people to grow. I once smoked in my life, JR, and I was ashamed when I went out and smoked, but did God tear me down and say, you ain't mine? No, we're all in the body. Like the message Laurie said he was listening to today, are you hurting me? We're all a body. And in this body, just because you can't see my little toe, you take it off and see if that ain't needed. It's needed in the body, and I can't say, well, you ain't going to work because you're the little toe. God wants all of us in the body to be unity and be together. And the chapter in your life, let me tell you something. I had a chapter in my life that wasn't good. And I'm still not to the end of my book, but the chapter that you're in is not your final chapter. God is going to use us right where we're at. We just got to learn to obey God and produce the fruit like Laurie said. And I want God to use me no matter where I'm at in my life. I'm going to step out no matter who says what and who says you can't. God is going to use me if I let him use me, JR. And I want my good. I want to be good for God and not just walk around and be mean and have mean attitudes. I want to be good to God's people. The Bible said even especially them in the household of faith.
Yes.
And we got to have fruit to bear. We can't go out and have attitudes and be mean people, because that ain't the fruit of God. I want to do what God would have me to do. And in this army of the Lord that we're in, we're soldiers, and we're not all in the same rank. And I want to just move up. Every time you move up, you're going to face new devils, new levels, new devils. But I want God to use me where I'm at, and I know that wherever we're at, it's not our final chapter. So just keep on pushing to get where God wants you.
Yes, amen. Amen.